Woohoo! Welcome to Thursday Night Shift. Go ahead, Jody.
No, I was just getting excited. Carry on, Kelly, carry on.
Well, welcome to Thursday Night Shift. If you can't tell, we're excited to be back all together-ish and all over the place, and we don't really know what. But we hope you're having a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. If you are on Facebook, okay, if you're on the Facebook group, I feel like a lot of times we don't manage the questions over there. We're here, we're live, we're in person. We just kind of put that over there for those of you that want that recording and you miss it. But if you want to join us on here live, that seems to be the question we get a lot. You can just go to, I think it's still themonthlymovement.com/shift. And the passcode is password in all caps. And you can jump on and you can engage here in the chat on the actual live Zoom. If it's live, which is 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Thursday, because it's Thursday Night Shift. So welcome back. Tonight's question is going to be, we're going to start out, and we start out with these questions because it gives people that are maybe a little bit latecomers, and I think it's kind of fun to get to know people. If you want to also throw your answer to this question in the chat, please do. The question is, what is your favorite party style and why? Jamie missed that conversation. So I saw your eyes go, whoa. So I'm going to start because I don't want anybody to take my answer because it's super duper simple. I like Facebook parties or online parties, mostly because I don't have to load all my crap up and take it anywhere and I'm lazy. So that is why. I don't know that is not the answer as to what Melissa's laughing. It's true. I'm an overpacker. No matter what I do in life, I have to be prepared for everything. Jody's nodding her head because I pack too many things to go places, but I'm always prepared. And I just know that I overpack, and I know that I can't, I do not do well at making home parties look simple and inviting because I overpack things. And that's just honest. Okay, I'm done. Next.
I'll go.
Give me the case.
So I always have loved basket parties, catalog parties, whatever you want to call them. Okay. Bag parties. For a couple of reasons. Same thing. I'm an overpacker. I think me and Callie are the two suitcase traveling girls. I'm an overpacker, and I'm the same way. I have a hard time keeping it simple. Also, I feel like I've been out of practice for the home party in a long time. But what I love most about the bag party is because the hostess is really doing all the work. And so I'm already able to have that conversation with her, like, hey, you gathered all these orders. You did this. You know all these people. You were a great hostess. You saw how easy this was. And then I'm able to have a really easy conversation about joining. So I love that. And I can have multiple ones out all at the same time. And I think that's fantastic. It makes it easier too.
I'm going to go piggyback off Cookie. I've always been a huge fan of what we formerly called basket parties. And like she said, because I can have, multiple sets of them. And as far as I was concerned, if I had 6 sets of basket parties, that was 6 employees that were out in the field doing work for me. If you have a good hostess and they have your bag party or your pouch party or whatever you want to call it, they're out collecting orders while you can be back home doing whatever it is that you need to do. But I always put that with an affiliate link so that if they have friends and family that are non-local to them, they can text that or share it on Facebook, however they want. And those people can also order directly from the link. So it's any style party you have, you should have an online link associated with it so that they can share with non-local friends and family. Melissa or Jill or Melissa, Andrea, somebody.
All right, I'll go. So I like what Jamie said about basket parties or on-the-go parties, because you can have multiple out at a time, which that is always a key, having as many employees out working for you as you can. However, I'm going to be the one that says I prefer home parties or in-person parties. I know it's work to schlep stuff, but getting in front of people and having a captive audience, my sales are higher. My turnaround for hosting, for getting bookings is higher, and the potential of flipping is higher. And I think that there's magic getting in front of people and having them. And gosh, we haven't done it in so long because of COVID. We haven't had people touching our testers and passing them around a room. I mean, so gosh, it's going to feel good to get back to that if we can get back to that, for crying out loud. But But I will choose a home party any day because I just feel like I am able to continue to piggyback party after party after party. And I have greater sales because I'm standing in front of them for upselling and for recommending and for listening. That's something that I miss with the Facebook or online parties, is being able to tune an ear into conversations in the room. So there are so many opportunities that present themselves when you're in a room with party guests for, she needs this product because she's talking about her litter boxes, and her daughter needs a business opportunity. And I mean, there's just so many opportunities to listen, and we miss that. We miss that when we aren't in front of people. And so that is my answer. Jilly.
I started out with basket parties. I still love basket parties. Weird coming from the girl that's run her whole business using social media, but I actually did not like Facebook parties before live streaming. Like, I was not the one that was going to post when we first started these 40 times in a group or an event or all the things and think that people were going to have a conversation on those posts. I didn't like them at all. But then when live streaming popped up with Periscope and all the things, it just gave us that in-home experience virtual. So I still love a basket party, but I always do my basket parties hybrid with a Facebook party. I always have an event hooked to it. I'm always going to go live and have an event night. So once live streaming started, I did that together, and I post minimal in my Facebook groups because you're going to get a lot of engagement when you have a live video. So, but I still love to send them a packet in the mail, and I've drilled that down a lot. I still love to put it together. I like putting together a fun box for them to open. I think it's fun. I would like to get that. Those are my favorite. My business loves in-home parties. Just like Melissa said, I think it gives you more opportunity to listen and pay attention and ask questions and build that connection. And I think it's the best way to get people to know you and like you and trust you. And that's how you build your customer base. So.
Okay, I'm last. All right. So my favorite, of course, is going to be home parties, because that's what I built my business on. And that's what I've always done my whole career, except when COVID hit, we had to pivot. And now I'm having some fun with these sample parties, I have to tell you, with the party packs beforehand. So it's gone to just the Facebook Lives is what I'm doing and having great success with it. But what I think is making it so successful is the Jot form or the Google form that people have to fill out, because it's giving me follow-ups, and I can build that relationship off of specifics that they want. So it's kind of fast tracking me, if you will, to get to know these people, cater to their wants. And then they turns into a need usually. And then I'm their consultant, right? They're booking parties, they're bringing new people. So that to me is the best that I've done since COVID, and I'm still doing them. I have done a couple of events, but I don't do a lot of sponsoring at my events. So I really don't prefer those, because they're basically just sales driven. And we all know that that's not the longevity of the business. You're going to get your sales regardless, but it really is when I can be in front of people and build that relationship, they're going to join my team. And that's the number one goal. First in this business with success is sponsoring, getting those bookings second, and then sales in third, which Jen always says it's join, host, and then buy. Instead, a lot of people's priority, and they focus on sales first. And then when they're comfortable enough, they'll ask for host. And then when they get bold enough, they'll talk join. And it really needs to be flipped the other way. So that's going to be my favorite party style right now.
Okay, so I am going to throw a curveball real quick, ladies. One of the questions was, how do you get your parties? Because I think, okay, so now we've kind of like talked about all of these, our favorite party types, right? We're going to be talking a little bit about a reason why it's so important to be booking parties right now. And so I'm just going to throw that out there. I apologize. We discussed that before. But I would just quickly say, even if you can't do something like this live, we have a recording, and the only link that I know off the top of my head is my own. So I apologize, ladies. But if you go to groupmakeithappen.com/Thursday replay, that will take you to the Thursday night shift playlist. And we actually have a booking blitz recording that we did for Thursday night shift. So just because we're not doing one live, you can still follow along with that Booking Blitz training, and you can do that. There's a lot of really great scripts that we mentioned throughout there. So you could go ahead and pull those scripts and you'd be able to access those. So that is the one thing that I would recommend. If you don't have a party, access those trainings, take advantage of a Booking Blitz. Maybe if you are a leader and you have a team, then you can go ahead and do a Booking Blitz with your own team to go ahead and get bookings, because it's a team effort all around, all together. It wasn't a group, Crystal. It's just a link, and I'll put it again in the chat. I won't just repeat it, but I'll put it in the chat. There we go. Kimmy's got it. Thanks, Kimmy. So that would be the first one. I'll let you guys go. And then if you don't circle back to my next one, then I'll wrap it up with that. Anybody have a tip for booking?
So
parties?
you're asking how to book the parties? Is that what you were basically asking?
Is there a way? Yeah. Is there a tip that you have to help them get?
Well,
bookings?
I will tell you, hanging around Heather Gorsuch will really change your thinking. And instead of taking orders now, I'm really trying to say, that's great. I'm glad you want that. And then I just have the conversation, how about host a party and get it for free or half off? And I actually, at SFR, our little retreat, I really drove that home. Quit focusing on the individual sale and really focus on using that as an opportunity, because obviously they want to buy it. So of course they probably would like it at a discount. What better way than to host a party or to join, obviously. But that's usually what I do. When someone texts me, hey, I need a 6-pack of this, or I need that, or whatever. If they're asking about some kind of product, I immediately ask, perfect. Would you like me to set you up a party link and see if there's anybody else? That's not how I say it. I have a very much more casual way of saying it, but that's usually how I do. Just simple as when, instead of collecting individual orders, is setting them up with a shopping link right then and there, and going from there.
Listen, there's people in your life that are close to you that you don't tap into regularly. I say that because just a couple of weeks ago, I got together with all my college roommates, and they are in my inner circle. We are very close. We talk all the time. And I know that if I ever need, to call in a favor, which I said to them, I said, all right, you guys, I'm working toward the next incentive trip and I'm calling in a favor from each of you. I said, you each are hosting a party for me this fall. And sometimes it's not even about asking. You tell your inner circle, here's what I need you to do. And so it's okay to do that. It's okay. And I flat out said to them, I'm calling in the favor and you each are hosting for me. You're going to pull your people. We're going to do it virtual because they all live far away. We're going to do it virtual, but we're going to do it because I need to tap into their people. I need their people in my network. So think not so far outside of your inner circle. I know that there's a part in your business where you sell to your friends and family and you hit that brick wall. You don't know who to sell to next. But when you've been in this business for a while, you get over that wall, you start selling to people outside of your circle, and you forget to come back to your own circle. So look back in. That's my tip.
Okay, let's not all share at once. Okay, how do I get my bookings? It's twofold. So I do exactly what Melissa said. I start with my closest inner circle, the ones that I would call if I got arrested. Okay, like you're doing a favor for me. Okay, this is the people I'm calling. And I'm going to say, I need a huge favor. I am running out of my opportunities to meet people. I need to meet new people. Who do you know that will come to a Cincy party? And let's do one. Number one. Number two, I have my Frank list of 100, all that. I know you've heard so many leaders talk about that and y'all are all like, yep, have it, did it. Nope. I know some of there are people have been in here for years and you still don't have a list of 100. That is a really big problem. And it's something very powerful about writing it all on paper, right? Or in your phone, if you were Jody, making it all fancy with her non-iPhone. But it's getting that list of people's names and then that really awesome girl with the accent, how she shows you to expand one name. Like you think of one person and then let's say it's my husband, Jason. And then where does Jason work? Who does he have for relatives? Like you branch off, and it's a diagram where it gets your brain thinking outside of the box, because it may not necessarily be my husband or his coworker, but it could lead me to 5 other people that branch off into other things. Have a really good referral system in place. Do your customers know your referral system? Do it privately, because that's a personal special, but make sure you're rewarding people every time they're sending you someone that comes and buys. So every time someone refers me a brand new customer that makes a purchase, they get a free bar. If they refer me a party, they're going to get a free warmer. If they refer me a team member, they're getting $100 of Scentsy product in a basket that's just my leftover junk that I've collected from my Scent and Warmer of the Month subscriptions. It sounds like a lot, but it adds up quickly, where it doesn't really require that much product to make $100. So my people know the referral process. If you are just starting out and you don't know where to begin, it's that inner circle. If you've been around a while, you go resurface old customers, old hostesses. You touch in, start commenting on people's social media. You got to re-engage non-business to make sure that they know that you're not soliciting crazy spammy, and just make it more natural. But you can find a booking. Whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. Like, if I'm going to focus on bookings only for the next 48 hours and not worry about a dadgum sale that comes in, I promise you, you're going to get bookings until you get a yes. Eventually, you will get a bookings. It's where you water, it's where it's going to grow. And it's the same thing with what you're spending your time and energy on in your business. Next.
I was also going to add more to that. I use my VIP page the same way. Like I like to really like spotlight and be like, Christy really, loves Scentsy. She's one of my VIP. She's hosting a party. She's getting the full benefits. Who else wants to help Christy earn an extra half off? And you as well, I piggyback off that, but I really spoil that VIP experience in that group. Sometimes I'm more present than others, but I really do. I use that tool a lot for booking, because when we did that booking blitz, I went through my VIP group. I didn't do it on Facebook. I still text them. And that is where I got every single one of my bookings, was through that booking blitz, through my VIP page, and I was just really like poured it on, like, you are one of my best. I really want to treat you. I want to help you have the best party experience. I really just laid it on thick to give that, so that then they're like, hey, and then they'll tag me. Jamie's got great customer service, whatever it is, but really give that experience. Doesn't have to be $100 if you can't do $100. Well, whatever you can do, make sure it's really special and like catered to them in whatever way. To me, there's nothing more flattering than to get a text that says, I love your customer service. You sent this, and and oh my gosh. And it may literally just be a scent circle, but they think that it was just top notch. And I appreciate that, because then they tag me in things when someone's looking for Scentsy. So I really, really utilize my VIP a lot.
I was going to say the same thing. I started my VIP, I don't even know how long ago, and I let it go dormant for a while. I think I had like 30 people in there. And when we were earning the Punta Cana trip, I dedicated to adding customers in there, sending them a link, letting them know that I didn't want to bog down their personal feed. And then this is where it was going to be everything Scentsy and tips and recipes, and not food recipes, but Scentsy recipes. And so I utilized that. And I firmly believe it's kind of eyes on your business, same thing. But getting customer acquisition and getting people into your VIP group is how you'll book more parties. And I booked a ton last season just from having private conversations on Instagram. Like, my DM area is where I make sure I make friends with people I buy Etsy stuff from. I make sure that I'm sending messages to people that I buy small business food items from, and I talk to them in there. We get to know each other. Holistic nutritionists and like all kinds of people in there, because I don't go out of my house a lot and I'm not pushing out content on YouTube or any of those things. So Instagram is where I meet people. It's where I trade where I buy stuff from, and I make sure we make friends. And then that's how I get them into my VIP group or they're purchasing. And then I usually set up a link for them. And then I say, with that, do you want to set up a Facebook party or a Facebook group with some of your friends? And I can showcase some of my favorite items. And that's how I word it. So it doesn't seem like a party or a Facebook party. I just say, I'll go live. I'll bring like my top 10 favorite items. We can show your friends, grab some wine, and they can shop on your link instead of mine. And I literally make it so nonchalant that these new people or people I've just met is like, sure, I'll totally do that. So I'd say Instagram and my VIP group are 95% of where I book most of my parties every season.
I think it's all you, Kelly Bear.
Sorry, I was making a note because if I don't make notes, I forget. It's so horrible. I'm like old. Okay, so now I want to point out, so a couple other things that I was jotting down as they were going was, how many of you guys feel like you need to offer and you can say yes, whether you agree with it or not, but feel like you feel not obligated, but that feeling to offer free shipping, right? I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'll cover the shipping, da, 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 da. Like we're almost like discounting it ourselves. I hear a lot of times people say that. An easy way to upsell a party on shipping is to simply say, hey, if you got a few of your friends together to put together at $200 in orders, you're going to get 5% shipping. And if we get that to 500, that's free shipping for all of you guys to your house or to mine. So that's another great way. Offer, upsell on the shipping discounts by getting some of your friends together, and that qualifies as a party by multiple orders. Always have a call to action. So if you are giving out anything, you're sending out catalogs, anything like that, always have a call to action. I still could not find my life. It's here, obviously, but last season I showed stickers. When we launched the QR code party in the monthly movement, they were stickers that had a scratch off on top, simply saying host a party and get this extra for free. When you have a, host party, get this extra for free, scratch that off. It could be a scent circle. Yes. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn held it up. So if you see Lynn right there, she held that up. So that is another call to action that you can put on anything that you give out. There's all different types of parties. One of the ones that I love, Wendy Heath Newgrass has shared, you can find that on her YouTube channel, is flower parties. You can have coloring flower parties, right? All those things. Whatever part of the world you live in, like Heather and Jill, they're in like hot spots in the country right now here in the US, right? But where I'm at, people are going out. I think we're going to go to a concert tomorrow, actually. So you could have a wine party. People are wanting to get back together. Everybody brings their favorite bottle of wine and you do a wine tasting. Maybe you like tequila. Your circle of friends likes tequila, right? Everybody brings their favorite tequila and they have a tequila testing. The more they drink, the more they're going to buy, right? I know I bought $3,000 pans once because I got tipsy at a salad master party. So, you just never know. And then I think one of the key things that I was listening to like Jill talk and some of these other ones was relationships. I built relationships. I started talking and getting to know them. When Melissa was talking about her favorite party style being a home party, she got to listen and in on those conversations, which then led to those conversations into bookings. So what I'm going to say is, if I can challenge you to do anything, and we're going to dive into something next year that's going to kind of tie in with parties, is I challenge you throughout this catalog season to host one of each party style. Host a home party, whether you have or not. Host a basket party and on the go party. Host a Facebook party. And as you do that, and if you want to go and double that up and do 2 of each, I feel like every time you do one, you're like, okay, that went okay, but I know I could do better. By the second or third one, you are going to be like cooking with Crisco. Things are going to be flowing. You're not going to be nervous. It's just going to become second nature. I remember back in the day, getting on a training call like this, doing a call, our Saturday call that we do on the phone. I was so nervous. And now it's like, oh, hey, I maybe brushed my hair this morning. What's up, guys? Right? Like you start to learn where life is at, what works for you, how things flow, all of that. You still are thinking, I don't know what the hell to do for any of those. Go to YouTube, Scentsy basket party, Scentsy home party, Scentsy whatever. You will find everything that you need. If you still have access to the YouTube trainings from Scentsy Family Reunion, there's trainings in there. There's last year's SFR trainings in the workstation. There are, in 2021, pretty much the last decade, there's no excuses to not being able to do something. Everything that we want is at our fingertips. You can get the same education pretty much as somebody that's going to law school. You won't have the credits and you won't have the degree, but you could learn to be a lawyer on the internet, right? There are no excuses and you can kill it at any party style. if you take the time to dedicate to learn. So the reason we decided this is kind of the path that we went is because I'm sure you guys have been seeing the graphic floating around. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to break this down and why it is so important right now to focus on parties and focus on bookings and why that's going to serve you. Melissa, do you want to talk real quick, just that quick reminder about incentive and recruiting in the beginning and why that's important?
Well, it's tying your activities to the calendar. So obviously you've got, if you sponsor somebody now, you have more time to get them certified than if you sponsor them January 15th. So it just makes sense. And what a perfect opportunity with this kind of special to start now. Start now. Give yourself and this new consultant 5 months-ish, a little bit more than 5 months to work their business and to promote to certified and maybe promote to lead and to start. That would be amazing. You have more opportunity for incentive points the sooner they join. So, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's self-explanatory. Tie it to your calendar. Try to front load as much as you can. Go ahead, Cap.
Heather, are you unmuted? You have something going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something really quick for what Melissa just said, because it makes perfect sense to, of course, we all want to get them early so you have more time to get them certified or to lead or whatever, because you earn more points the more that they promote. But why we were talking about bookings, because y'all are all probably thinking, okay, I'm going to do it early. It is easier to get a person certified if you train them from a party experience, if they hosted one with you, and then flip it, give them that party. You can very easily get them to that shooting star just by flipping that party to them. And then they're going to have future bookings because they all have that inner circle that Melissa was talking about that are going to book her very first parties. More than likely, if you will start by partying, whatever that looks like to you, and this is a new consultants that I'm talking about that have never been here before. I usually can get mine brand new consultants certified in their first 30 days because they're partying. So it takes a really long time to get 6 packs of bars to someone to 1,000 PRV. How long do you think it would take you to sell enough 6 packs of bars to reach 1,000 PRV? So I'm just telling you, put your attention to partying versus taking orders.
Amen. Amen. So this question was in the chat. So I just want to, this is one of the reasons also to break this down, because as soon as, and I don't know, Anna, I think maybe I stole this from you. So thank you. I don't know where it came from, but I've seen it in a lot of groups, this graphic. So when I shared this to our group, there were so many private messages and questions that I was getting. Basically, was it you, Melissa, that created it? I'm so sorry. I don't know where I got it from. Thank you. So why don't you explain your graphic? Why the hell am I talking? No. I have no idea where it came from. Well, thank you, because it's excellent. So this is included with the monthly special for the month of August in regards to English in regards to sponsoring, right? So if you sponsor a new consultant that has never been a consultant before, so it cannot be a reinstatement, they can qualify for the monthly special of a free shooting star kit when they hit the shooting star award. So what is the shooting star award? The shooting star award is selling 500 points of PRV or personal retail volume in your first 15 days as a consultant. Okay. So the easiest way, like Heather was just saying, to get your consultants to that point, saying, okay, go out and sell 6-pack of bars, kind of just go on your own, do your thing, and get to that sales part is a little bit more difficult. But if you're doing it by leading them through getting their first party done, getting their first customers ordered, the catalogs in their hands, maybe it's the showcase brochures, whatever route you choose to go, you're helping them, training them along the way, and they're getting to that 500 PRV party, and then you flip it. Okay, so now they're going to become a consultant, and you are going to flip that party to them, and they have now hit on day one, because their party is going to be over 500 PRV. They on day one are going to have their shooting star enhancement kit. Okay, that is the goal. That is the plan. That's why this is so epic. So then once they have their party, they're choosing, hopefully, to get the $59 starter kit. So that's why it says free starter kit. Now I don't have a picture of the kit up right at the moment, but they're getting the free host exclusive starter kit. So it's not the $99 kit. If you go to your workstation, type in kit at the top. Oh, there we are. Okay. Type in kit at the top. And if you use little filters on the side, it will be easier. You can do content type, PDF, training, hit apply. It'll pop right up. You can see all the different starter kits. You can see what comes in that kit. So they're going to get that for free using their host credit. Okay. They flip the party, host credit. Then they're going to get the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit for free because they're over 500. And here you go. This is what's in the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit this season. Okay. I don't know about you, but that's pretty incredible. This could be, I mean, however this person is choosing to go forward in their business, they either have these products that they can sell and they're earning more money, products that they themselves get to try, get to use and enjoy, or maybe they don't love that, you know, they don't love that warmer. It doesn't fit their motif, even though it's pretty neutral, some of those. They can then gift that. Christmas is right around the corner. Nursery, baby gifts, graduation gifts, wedding gifts, whatever, right? They have a whole plethora of products that they get to try. Also, going back to the starter kit, I'm hoping that they want to just keep on going. I'm hoping they want to rock it. I sent out some emails yesterday and some of the responses that I got were, oh my gosh, thank you for this. I did not know what this journey was going to be, but I'm loving it so far. A lot of times people don't even understand what becoming a Scentsy consultant can even look like. I know not at all what I imagined in my life. We were having a conversation the other day. If it wasn't for Scentsy, I wouldn't have the 7 ladies that we do this with. I wouldn't. We are all across the country in demographics and places and circles that we would have never in a million years probably crossed paths. It would have been a 1 in a million chance. But because of Scentsy, I have an amazing community of people that I can always fall back on, right? And so they don't know that. But so ADD, scroll around, come back. Basically, whether they don't know what they're going to get to Scentsy for yet, but right now it's a whole bunch of free product that they get to enjoy and an awesome opportunity. But hopefully they're going to continue to move on. If they choose not to, they have all of those testers that simply they can take, flip into their warmer, and they get to try every single one of those fragrances in our catalog. I don't think that sounds like a bad deal, right? They get to try every fragrance, find out what they love, and keep on shopping from themselves. If they want to earn money back on their own purchases, they only have to do $200 in sales or 200 PRV in a 12-month period. So they can be a consultant for an extended period of time. I'm hoping that we're going to really get them over the next 4 months to do more. If you weren't in Heather's ballpark and you didn't get them to the 1,000 PRV, right? But that's still 5 more months for them to be able to do that, get to that point. They're getting promotion points. You're getting sponsoring points, all of those things. So then this comes down to this air purifier. So I kept seeing the question, so will they pay $25 for the air purifier? Not quite. So the air purifier is using the 3 half-price items because it's such a large priced item. It takes 3 half-off items, not including the perpetual. If they don't want an air purifier, I mean, that's a pretty banging deal. But if they don't want the air purifier, they have 3 half-price items that they can use as regular host items throughout the entire catalog, or they can get our highest price item half off. And so it would be $125 is what it would cost. They still have $16 in free product credit. So let's say they choose the air purifier, they get pods. So they're trying the pods, they get pods for their air purifier or anything else that they would like. There's the perpetual host, the perpetual party reward, which is up to you. If there's a previous host, they don't get to use that because it's going to the previous host. But if they do, if you decide, if there wasn't a previous host, then you get to decide, okay, did I award that in the party plan that I did in some way? Maybe I gave a half price item for a party game or something like that. You get to decide, but if there was not a use for that, they can take that also. And then last but not least, they get a minimum of $100 in commission that they'll get back on the 10th of the month, on the 10th of September. So all of that for them hosting a $500 party with you. To me, I don't think that sounds like, I don't know why people aren't like jumping off. Okay, never mind. That's a horrible example. I don't know why people are just not diving in and ready to go on that opportunity, on that deal right there. Just for the free product alone that they're going to get. And then once you get them in here and you get them hanging out with us and doing, having a good time and community and all those things that can come. We've talked about the gold standard side hustle and all the ways that Scentsy can bless people's lives. There's probably a way that Scentsy can change that for them. So get them to the 1,000 right away. That's $250 because they'll hit certified. They get that 5% bonus. And now they're getting $250 back on the 1st. So set those goals high and really stretch for it. We meant to ask this before, ladies, is there something you guys want to add? And then of course, if you guys have questions in the chat, I've been seeing a lot of them answered, but if you do have any questions, please do drop those in the chat, because we want to make sure that, book now and get those parties done ASAP, as soon as physically possible.
I was just going to say this verbally to the people that are streaming on the monthly movement group where they can't see our chat, but if you will log into your workstation and click marketing, if you will search at the top, choose your path, search that in marketing. It is a great sheet that compares the $99 starter kit. It has the picture, it has the typed out contents, to the $59 host exclusive starter kit, picture, description. It's a great visual for people that want to see the difference. And it is a great tool to either save it on your computer, know how to search it, teach your teams how to search it, because it is a very great tool that I don't think a lot of people know about and they're not using it. So I put it in all of my potential recruit packets. When I'm closing out a party, I show it to her and then calculate the commission and let her know how much it will be. There's like sales techniques that people do to seal the deal. I mean, think about every Kirby person and knife Cutco person that's come to your door. You've bought all of it, I'm sure. I fall for it, and I consider myself a decent salesperson, but I still fall for it because they close the deal. This is like a great visual person for people like me, especially. So make sure it's choose your path. Search choose your path on marketing.
I love that. I actually didn't know that was there, but with Heather pointing that out, you actually, if they really wanted the $99 starter kit, they can actually sign up and you can contact Scentsy and they can still flip the party to them if they really wanted the $99 kit. And then that goes to the next question. So why is it saying $16 in free product? That's because they are using their host credit to get the $59 starter kit. So 75 minus 59 equals $16. And so that's why it was going towards that starter kit. Does anyone want to answer this question? The number 500 seems to scare people. Any tips?
Oh, I will jump in right this second. I'm going to tell you right now. Here's what I always did. Sorry, Jody, and then you're going to take it after me. I am hogging tonight. From the get-go, even when I had no customers, I would tell everybody, oh, my average party is about $600. I'm lying. It was not back then. They don't know what my average is. Number two, a lot of times when people think something's expensive, like the diffuser or the air purifier, you are now setting the expectation for everyone because you think it's a lot, but it may not be a lot to everyone else. What does your average customer spend? Let's say they spend $50. How many people does she have to have in her circle by $50 to get to 500, right? So there's ways to get it there. This is why I don't offer specials. I don't offer free shipping. It's the host plan. I mean, you want free Scentsy, you host a party. You want free shipping? You hit $500. You got to work for it. Otherwise, you're paying 5% shipping every time you buy something from me. I don't give deals and wheels, because when you start marking down your products, you're basically telling your customers you think our catalog prices are too high. And if people are selling $4,000, $6,000, $8,000 in a month, or even $2,000, our prices aren't a problem. People are going to buy it regardless because of the quality. So just get into a rhythm and comfortable of saying like, well, this is my average. Okay, well, let's break this down. You need this many guests to spend this, or create a little tic-tac-toe board and have her invite someone with brown hair, someone with 2 children, or like create something that's fun and innovative, or a game where they can win a free gift. It could be a room spray or whatever, where you're getting that person past their doubt. You're gonna have to show them you're a party planner. You have to walk it through. You're the expert in this. It's not your customer. So it's your job to show her and become comfortable by hosting and inviting where it's not spammy. And there's ways to do it. If somebody asks you tonight, what's your favorite Mexican restaurant? You're gonna have any problem rolling that off your tongue. It's the same way with saying, hey, do you need any Scentsy? Or do you want to come to my party? I really need people. I mean, there's ways to word things that seem weird and don't seem weird. Go ahead.
Well, let's hope I can remember what I was going to say. I really need to be better at writing things down because I forget my thoughts. If I don't say them immediately, I forget them. And I think we discussed this not last week, but the week before. And I know somebody, maybe Melissa, mentioned it earlier saying, I don't necessarily ask for parties. I kind of tell people. So in my VIP page, I said, you know, catalogs are getting ready to go out. Who wants one? Now, you guys know I'm going to really mail them to all my customers. I'm going to mail them to my club members. I'm going to do other things, but it's a way to engage in that page, right? It gets more people excited and they start answering questions. Well, for those people who did say, I want a catalog, those are the first ones I'm going to mail out. And on their catalog and in their sample pack that they're going to get is going to be a personal shopping link. And it's going to say this personal shopping link helps you create your Scentsy savings account, which is basically their host rewards. And it's good through, and I give them an end date. So basically they have to close out this order by this date because we can only keep parties open for 90 days in case you didn't know that. I will mark it like day 80 or day 85. And anything that they have, anybody who's shared or gone to that personal shopping link of theirs is helping them create more host rewards. So if they've got a $500 party and you really didn't do anything, you just really created them a link and said, here, share this with your friends, they're halfway to certified. If they join, right, they're halfway to certified. They get all the other benefits that Callie shared earlier, all of those things. If they don't join, you're still getting all that PRV. They're still earning all the host rewards, and you didn't ask for a party. They never felt like they were obligated or pressured with that word party. Here's your personal shopping link. I've created it for you. It is good through, you know, September 15th or whatever the date is. And there was something else, and at this time I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I keep the link open until it disappears, Holly. I have serial hostesses, I call them, where their link is always revolving. So it's jodyfarmer.com/Teresa. As soon as it closes or expires, I'll create another link. And on her end, it's always jodyfarmer.com/Teresa. I just change it in the background and she knows no difference. Okay, I'll see if I can remember what the other thing. Oh, I think it was, okay, I think I remember. I've been sharing the image that's been floating around where it's basically the two kits, right? The starter kit for free and the shooting star kit. It's an awesome freaking deal, you guys. I mean, it really, truly is. And I hope that you're taking advantage of that right now by oversharing it. Thanks, you're so good. What a good producer. So I've been sharing the crap out of this and sending it to people personally. And I have somebody that I didn't reach out to personally. I just had put it in my VIP page, and she messaged me, hey, I want to jump on this. So all I've done for her, she said, what do I have to do? I said, first things first, we'll start up a party link for you. And I'm going to run the party for her, just like we've all told you guys before. Like, I've created a Visly template that we'll post on her behalf for, you know, the next week and a half or so. She'll collect all the orders, she'll join, we'll flip, she'll be 500 or more, and that's that. It really is simple. And I think a lot of times we tend to overcomplicate it. We tend to overthink it. And when we do that, we talk ourselves right out of, why would anyone do this? It seems so high. No one I know is going to want to take advantage of this. That's not our job. Our job is simply to put the opportunity out there for people. And if you look at that kit and everything that it offers for somebody who's low on a budget and could use an income, that's a big deal for them. And it's a big deal that they can make $100 before they, you know, day one, basically. Now they won't get it until we get paid, just so everybody's clear on that. But they're making $100 right away. And for a lot of people, $100, $200, $300 extra a month is so big. So don't discount that for people. Don't assume they won't do well or they don't want to hear it from you. That's not your job. Remember that. Your job is to tell and share. I don't like to say tell. Your job is to share the opportunity. Let them decide. Don't you decide for them. Heather, did you have something?
Yeah. I wanted to add to that though, didn't write it down, but I knew I had something I wanted to add. Upselling. So Heather is like the queen of upseller. So the fact that she didn't mention that, Melissa, same thing. They upsell like crazy. So everybody needs light bulbs, right? So whenever, try to take the orders yourself. Like, you can give the link, but it's also really important that if you have the opportunity, especially in a home party environment, if you can sit down and go through their order with them and total it up and kind of check them out. Upselling. Okay, so you have such and such warmers. Do you need 2 or 3 bulbs? Oh, I see you ordered such and such and multiple fragrances. Did you know it also comes in this? Is that something you'd be interested in trying? Right? you ordered a 3-pack of bars and a mini warmer. We can bundle that, or we can add, a mini warmer for X amount of dollars, whatever it is. You can add 3 more bars for this bundle. You learn your bundle and saves, and you kind of can check them out and upsell in that aspect. And that will also help you get closer to those higher numbers. Okay, where were we? There was something else. I was having a really great, I wanted to give Anna credit for that second graphic as well. And so that's what we were chatting back and forth. So I was like, was that one yours? And she was like, nope, but I appreciate it. So now I got all distracted. That's my fault. Okay, so we're going to, was there any other questions in the chat that we missed? So we're going to oh, go ahead, Jill.
When it comes to upselling too, that's the joy of when you do a Facebook party, is having, instead of just sending them a link, a lot of times I was sending them my Jot form or my Google form, and then I just had a big text box, and I would say, put in here everything that you want. And then I would bundle it and figure it out for them. And it was a perfect opportunity to say, okay, you wanted 7 bars, like, how about pick 5 more, and then you get 2 free out of that. Or I'd say you need light bulbs because you ordered this. Like, so if you're doing your Facebook party, something to consider. It's more work, but yes, you get the option of upselling and adding more stuff, saving them money, bundle and saving. And then when you're doing all that for them, it's a great time if you're talking to the guests, like, I bundled this for you. Do you need light bulbs? Hey, do you want to add dryer discs to your laundry that you picked out, whatever? And then it's a great time to ask them if they want to open their own shopping link. Because you're building that connection, and you're kind of building that trust by, they wanted 7 bars, you just bundled it together, they got 2 free, they spent a little bit more, but you're saving them money. That's how you build the trust with the guests. And so it's a great opportunity. Remember, you're always looking for ways to have conversations, especially with new guests. You want to make them forever customers. So that's a great way to build trust, a great way to talk about, a great way to upsell, and a great way to talk about booking their own or opening their own link.
Really quick, I wanted to share, I'm very intentional with my sampling this catalog season. In my club, I know all of us all have clubs that we have samples that we sample stuff in on here. I know practically every person I've talked to, even I work at Wednesday and all that. My goal, because I always send 3-cent samples of my monthly mailers to my customers. If they haven't ordered by the 3rd month, I just take them off. I don't keep sending them stuff. My goal is to get every cent under their nose in the 6-month period. So something that I'm doing, and it took a little bit of time. Like, I had a lady order 9 fragrance flowers today and wanted them. So I was trying to put those together for teacher gifts. But I'm like, okay, normally, y'all, when I'm tired and like I've had a rough week, I'm like, okay, I would have just made them and not put my extras in there. So today I spent and it took me almost all day to do this. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of prep, but I only did it for the 6 that I needed because she wanted 6 wrapped as gifts and the other 3 were for her. So what I did is I had these little brown bags lying around, and I already made these labels. And it just says fragrance flower scent kit, save money, 3 fragrance flowers, $45, the logo, my contact info. But like Callie was saying, a call to action, right? So this is going in her order. I have a lot of customers that come pick up product at my house or I deliver. And a lot of times extras are not in the bag. And I need something to do the talking and the upselling when I'm not in front of them, right? So the call to action is place order within 48 hours of receiving this and get a free gift. I'm not showing this on social media, so this is compliant because it's in person. So every sample, I'm going to include a product list every time this year. Nothing is leaving without a product list in it. And do you know what's included in here? I put another little label on the bottom. It says includes fragrance samples of all fragrance flower scents available. Book a fragrance flower party. And inside, I literally put a felt of all the current fragrance flower smells. So now and this is probably overkill of every single fragrance flower, but a lot of them were left over from last year. I mean, I still have the snowman on vanilla bean buttercream. I don't care. I'm using up what I've got, and it may get me more sales. They may fall in love. It's the scent that does the sales. And so the bags are just they're smell-proof Mylar bags on Amazon. You don't have to put them in this. I like these because the scents don't bleed together. You can have them touching and I almost said sleeping together. They're kind of sleeping together, but they're not transmitting anything. You know what I mean? Any diseases or nothing. They're protected safely with the Mylar bags. So yeah, And I'm going to see what this does. I don't know that this is going to do anything. But today I kept thinking, oh, I have a hard time giving this many samples to one person buying a fragrance flower. But then I started thinking, Heather, you literally dipped half of a felt thing in wax. You're not giving away a Range Rover. Like, it's a flippin' dippy wax. Like, do a Q-tip if you want to do an end of a Q-tip and put your Q-tips in the bag. Just make sure they don't start making their ears smell good. But I want to do variety and try to get upsells in front of these people COVID style. So this is my COVID sampling on an order.
I love it. I don't remember who it was, so I can't take credit for it, but I heard somebody say the other day, I'm no longer sampling wax, right? Yes, Heather is giving a wax sample, but she's no longer sampling it in the terms of for wax. It's for fragrance flowers, right? It's all the fragrance flowers. They're, sampling body products, sampling washer with sampling things because your customers already, who said it? Was it you, Heather? Was it you, Jody? Who said it? Melissa? Did one of you ladies say it? Somebody said it. I don't want to take credit, but basically somebody said it, and it was so that they would buy other things. Most of them are already buying wax and warmers from you, right? So why are we having them sample more wax? Yes, I understand fragrance, rub and style stickers, those types of things, but sample all of the other things that we offer because that's helping them upsell and try and buy other things.
Rachel had posted, or someone had posted, like someone had said this a long time ago too, is be strategic when you're buying your scent circles, right? Get the fragrances that you know are going to be around or that are our super popular products. She got all the scent circles in the Cloudberry Dreams because that's what our new products are in. So get those, and when you're giving your thank you gifts, that way you can put a little sticker and say, hey, smell this. Our laundry care comes in this now, our counter clean. All of my scent circles usually are all our flagship scents like Luna and coconut lemongrass and all the things that I know our other products come in, so that I can put a sticker. I usually put it underneath the scent circle and I say, if you love this scent, it also comes in blah, da, 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 and list them on there. But so after I saw that, again, she was right. I went and bought like 30 Cloudberry scent circles because I want them to smell that and see if they like it with their orders. That's how you get people to try all these other products.
Love it. This has been a fun one.
Here's the thing. Can I say one? Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
Let's not forget the main factor here in everything that we do. Fun. Okay. Like even the meeting, like even this training, like we're fun people. We like to have a good time, right? This is like not so serious. And so that's the same with your customers as well. Make it fun. Make your experience with them fun. Make your interaction with them fun. Make doing business with you fun. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? That's always my question. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? And if your customers aren't having fun or not enjoying doing business with you, why? Why are they doing business with you? So don't forget the fun factor in anything that you do. I just have to throw that in there because sometimes we get real serious and it's not that serious.
There's no wax emergencies. It's just fun.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes there are.
I ran out of Fiji flower washer whips and had to have somebody send me 7 containers of them. That was an emergency. Yeah, it was a bad day. Okay, were there any other questions or anything?
I think Kimmy should have to say something because she always has something good to say. Kimmy, I think you should have to say something, and because you have power and no lightning, so I think you should talk.
Good evening. You made me blush. I think tonight was a really, really good call. I already posted it in my team page. It was like, you guys need to get on here. Oh, Melissa Dell. But I think that even just going back to the basics and going to your main group of people just to start was a great tip. I feel like even if you've been in it for a long time and you feel stuck, I feel like I kind of was in a rut for a long time. And so I'm just getting back into that. And I'm in that same spot, like, where do I start? And so going right back to your people who would do anything for you is really good. And I feel like a lot of the tips shared tonight are great if you are new or scared to recruiting. I think all of the hostess flipping is a fantastic place to start because it's I feel like it makes the conversation so much more natural when you're like, hey, here's $75 in free product and 3 half price items, or here are these options. No pressure, just which option works better for you. And I feel like it makes it flow so much easier when it's on them to choose an option. And sometimes people just want to shop, and that's fine too, because we need the PRV, you know? So that's
Talking about.
There it is. There's her Got Quail shirt. We made that with a lot of love, you guys. If you guys don't know about Kimmy's Quail, go follow her.
oh my gosh, you're too much.
Crazy.
Hey, so what about Melissa Dell? You have anything to say since you had something to say in the chat? How about you talk to us now?
Oh, well, hello. I went through my orders this past couple weeks. So I had made, from whoever had shared this template, all the scent stickers. And I went through all my PWS orders and I messaged all of them that I hope they like their goodies. I was a little behind from SFR and travel, but I said, I'm sending something to you in the mail, so I hope you enjoy it. And I stuck this in there with my, hold on, the graphic that I made from everyone's push for the air purifier in my special, put in the host stuff. But I just messaged them, and then my goal is I'm going to follow up with them again and ask them if they want a shopping link, because, or just say that I made you one. But my goal was I wanted to find everyone that had ordered off my PWS and tell them that about all the fall scents. And I didn't buy wax samples because it's still 100 degrees here in SoCal. So stickers are my friend right now, and they probably will be until, honestly, probably November, maybe December. I don't know. It's a little too hot here.
Okay, Holly Rayburn, how about you say something?
Nothing like being put on the spot. I don't know what to say. I mean, other than I love the fact that you guys brought up, like Kimmy was saying, go back to your people, because so often I forget to go back to my people. I just think they see me post all the time. They hear me talk about it all the time. They already know I'm the Cincy person, that I never go to them. And unless they need something, I wait for them to come to me. And I remember the one thing that that really kind of grabbed hold on a couple of times, Heather had said, and I think even you said it too, Melissa, of it's not your customer's job to remember you. It's your job to be in front of your customers. And so I tend to remember the customers that I see as customers and not as my people. Does that make sense? So like I need to start putting that same mindset to my group of people, to my family, you know, to the friends that are close, things like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that took us to the top of the hour. Kels, what do you think?
I think it's fabulous. And I have 2 challenges for you. So I'm going to remind you of the first one. So it's actually one that ties on the first one. That was, through this catalog season, I challenge you to do one of each party type. Just have fun with it. Like Melissa said, have fun, do the different types. Don't be too in the box about it. Just think outside the box, have a good time, do what brings you joy. And definitely, yes, do a home party. Like, because I feel like a lot of consultants have not had the opportunity, have never done a home party. And while they are not my favorite, because I'm an overpacker and I don't keep things simple, it's not because they really aren't. They are really the best way to benefit your business. Okay. Truly, truly, truly. The next challenge is going to be, crap, what was the next challenge? Oh, I know what it was. I was talking with a leader today and she had mentioned, she's like, I really need to have some one-on-one training with you. Can I get together with you? Can we do some one-on-one training? I'm just feeling stuck in my business. I'm tuning into trainings. I'm doing the trainings. I'm listening to the trainings. So if you're here still, you've listened to this entire training. I see many of your faces here week after week after week. And the challenge is every time you listen to a training, write at least one thing down that you're going to implement. I'm not going to say that it's useless to show up, because I know that being a part of community, learning, maybe something goes in one ear, kind of hangs out in here, and it takes a while for it to come back out the other side. And we don't really do anything, it doesn't fully stick. It's good to hear things over and over again. It's good to be committed. It's good to show up and be a part of a community and keep Cincy in front of you and new ideas, but it doesn't do much for your business in this aspect of growth if you don't implement something. So I challenge you to implement at least one thing every training you listen to and try the different party types. And we thank you for hanging out with us. hope you enjoyed this week's Thursday night shift, and we'll be back here next week. So bye guys. Stop recording, stop streaming, all the buttons.
Hey Ross, how's
Yeah.
your first nighttime party? I mean, nighttime Thursday night shift. Usually
Yeah.
she's up in the morning. She's in Florida now.
Not paying $10 for strawberries.
You're still recording the live.
Oh, am I
yeah.
still recording?